somebody had came up with the new divisions based on geographic.
I saw that. I saw that little thing there. Real quick, before we get into the first topic we had planned, I wanted to talk about, I thought, Jason wrote an interesting article for The Athletic, and as always, Jason does a great job. I'm sure most of you saw it. If you haven't, it was about Deshaun Watson and the comments he made the other day. And I just wanted to comment on it. First of all, there was nothing I really disagreed with in Jason's article. However, I want to say this. You know, the discussion about Deshaun Watson for me has been litigated in courts and in the court of public opinion a lot by now. Everybody has decided where they stand. I have said many times that the reality of most situations when it's he said, she said, now in this case it's he said and many she saids, is often somewhere in between one side's reality and the other. I don't know. I wasn't there. The only people that know what happened in this situation is Deshaun Watson and these women. Everybody else's opinions are really, including mine, meaningless because we have no idea. Personally, I think it's unreasonable to believe 20-something women are completely lying, but that's neither here nor there. What I would say with certainty, I shouldn't even say this with certainty. What I would say for most people, and I know for myself, is there's nothing left to discuss in my mind about this, and I think people want to just talk about on the field. I think most of our fans just want to talk about on the field. So while I think Jason did a great job with the article, and I agree with it, and I think Watson's comments were silly in my opinion, for me, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I just don't. And I want to talk about football, not because I think other stuff needs to be ignored, but because it's been more than talked to death at this point.
And there's no new information on it.
There's no new information.
It's just rehashing the same stuff over and over.
So I have no desire to fight with anybody about what happened. Here's what I think happened. We've done it. We've done it a million times.
Yeah, there's you know sometimes and sometimes I look at it like this. I think Deshaun Watson's comments where he said he doesn't care about any of it. After a certain period of time, it's like anybody is a human being. Like when you rehash and you relitigate, there's no place for you to. Where's the off ramp? Where's a place where I can say, I'm here to work. I'm here to come do my thing. I'm here to come throw touchdown passes. I'm all for it. Listen, I'm all for the smoke. The smoke on the field, if he throw 96 interceptions, we're going to get him.
Yeah.
We're going to get him.
That's it. And the only way Deshaun Watson is going to get the majority of people on his side is by playing great.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear my man Xavier P., who I love, his propaganda trying to convince me that Deshaun Watson has played well when he knows that he hasn't. Stop it, Xavier P. You know he hasn't played well. Stop it. That's not what we've expected.
He has, but
he hasn't played well.
But he has not played as bad. Like Trey Wingo said, he played this. Like when you got that's the problem when we talk. It's hyperbole versus hyperbole. When somebody says the worst contract in history, you're going to force somebody else to say, come on, man, that's not the worst contract. I can think of a lot of worst contracts. Bobby Bonilla still getting paid today is a bad contract.
Well, at this moment in time, based on the first 2 years, it is one of the worst contracts right now. Doesn't mean it will be.
Yeah,
isn't it one of the worst contracts in football right now?
Yeah, it is. But here's and I always say this. And this
Trey Wingo got people fired up yesterday. He killed.
Yeah.
Watson is not. I don't understand how we can argue this. He has not played well through 2 years. You could pick and choose a couple of things to look over here. But
we have to always say this too. He's played 11 games.
We've said that a million times. That's never been excluded.
I will say this. I have never seen in the history of football a smaller sample size criticized so much.
But where's the comparison?
That's the thing. There is none.
It's 11 games over 3 years, G. That's the issue. It's not.
That's it. And that's part of the issue.
But we also have to put
that in.
But
here's what's disingenuous for the people, and I don't know if you're, because I know you were with me the other day when we discussed this, but I know Earl has defended Deshaun Watson to some degree and how he's played. Certainly my man Xavier P., who I love, one of my favorite guys on Twitter. And he's always fighting with everybody, and most of his fights I agree with. But here's what's disingenuous.
Mm-hmm.
And if you tell me I'm wrong, you're full of baloney. If I would have told you 2 years ago, when they traded for Deshaun Watson, that, and I would have told you how he's played these 2 years. He's missed all this time. He hasn't played well when he's been on the field. If I would have gone through these games, and you would have watched and that was it, you would have said, "Oh my God, what a disaster." And to deny that is ridiculous. When they traded for Watson, I was on the air live, and I went bananas. And I've said that 15 times because, and why did I go bananas? I didn't go bananas because I thought Deshaun Watson was maybe going to play like Baker Mayfield when he was healthy. I went bananas because I thought for the first time in the history of this franchise that they had a superstar. Because Deshaun Watson in Houston was a superstar. Don't tell me about, if you want to tell, if you're going to tell me about sample size, I don't want to hear about win-loss record. Because the reality is that Deshaun Watson has, that as much as I don't like him, the Browns would have been better off with Baker Mayfield the last 2 years. So Deshaun Watson has not been what they've expected. Yes, a lot of that's injury, but that's part of the deal. And the bottom line is, watching him play, come on, G. He has not played well enough. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. Stop being disingenuous. Stop telling me his record. Stop giving me his numbers against the Tennessee Titans, a team that, or against the Cardinals, where you could have won with any quarterback, and you know that.
That's what I said.
He's got to play better. He's got to play great.
He has to play better. But I should also say, is if we're going to stop being disingenuous, let's stop doing this.
Yeah.
Anytime he says something that you don't like,
I don't give a shit about what he says.
Hold on,
I don't care.
I'm just giving.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Anytime if you are covering Deshaun Watson, anytime he says something you don't like, it's not a carte blanche to go back to allegations.
And that's why I just said I don't want to, because I don't care. Yeah, well, I may say, oh yeah, if somebody asks my opinion, what do you think about Deshaun Watson said? I think it was stupid what he said. Do I care? No, I don't. It doesn't affect. I only care now about what he does on the field. And what he's done on the field has been not even close to good enough. And that's it. I only care about that.
And here's why G. Bush has been super consistent.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a number.
I'm
giving you a name and a number. I'm specific. When they say what Deshaun Watson needs to do, and I say, I need this amount of yards, I need this amount of touchdowns, because I understand that there's a certain side of people that want to say it's all about winning. It's all about how you act. No, it ain't about none of that. It is about what you put up and what you get done. And if he put 4,500 yards up, he put 5,000 yards up, you know what he can do? He can go and say, hey.
He do whatever he wants.
Anybody that want to still talk about allegations, here you go. Cheers to you. I got 5,000 yards with 45 touchdowns. My team was in the playoffs. Kick rocks.
And you talk about the small sample size, and I'll go to you right after this. Part of the reason that those conversations haven't gone by the wayside yet, which they 100% should, Bull's right, like everything.
I don't care anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. The 11 games hasn't been enough of a sample size to get us past going back to that, which is it's a circle that never, it's a never-ending cycle of this.
This bullshit argument about all they have to do is win. Don't give me that bullshit. Of course, every team, all they got to do is win. That's all that matters in the end. Here's the bottom line.
And then
the Browns can't win when it matters if Deshaun stinks. That's it. Or if Deshaun's mediocre. The Browns didn't trade what they traded and didn't pay what they paid for him to hopefully be along for the ride as they win. They traded what they traded, and they paid what they paid, because in Houston, he played like an all-pro. And he's got to play like an all-pro, or the trade's a bust. But if he plays like an all-pro, I don't give a shit what happened the last 2 years. That's the past. If he plays like an all-pro, that's all that matters. And everybody, as you said, can kick rocks and kiss my ass. It doesn't matter. He's got to play great. I don't want this. He's just got to win. Give me a break. The better he plays, the more they're going to win. That's that simple. It's disingenuous to argue it's all about winning. Of course it's all about winning. But the better the quarterback plays, the better chance. And the Browns, with a mediocre Deshaun Watson, they ain't winning squat when it matters. You're not beating Patrick Mahomes and these other quarterbacks in the games in the playoffs with with an along for the ride Deshaun Watson. Stop it. That's not what they traded him for. You had Baker Mayfield if you wanted an along for the ride quarterback.
You could say that about every team in football.
Yes,
they're not
exactly.
going to win if their quarterback in the biggest moments does not play well.
That's
enough.
right.
And
Well, we're going to actually talk about almost every team in football right now because we have the NFL Power Rankings from FanDuel.
This is what we're rushing off a good Deshaun Watson topic, is the effing power rankings on FanDuel. Who gives a shit about the power rankings on FanDuel? We're talking about Deshaun Watson. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and is he going to play the good this year?
By the way, I know you guys the other day were talking about, you had another ludicrous topic about could he prove anything in training camp. If anybody said yes, they're an idiot. No offense. I love you guys.
Jay said yes.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
And,
no offense
no,
to Jay's an idiot.
listen.
I
Jay
mean,
said he can't prove
I love
anything to change my perception. In a good way, he can change my perception in a bad way. That was Jay's
Oh,
answer.
that's fine. Okay.
Yes, you can change your people's perception. It's practice. You know what he can change? The people that count. It counts that you complete passes and throw the ball well in practice to your teammates.
He was reportedly
Fine,
He was
but
reportedly 5
it's
of
not
5
going to change
yesterday.
fans' opinions
Well,
based
listen,
on practice.
And that's why I am all for him saying, I don't care who like you. Bro, let me listen, Cameron, listen, keep
Right there.
talking your stuff. If you wanna learn something at the end of the day, listen, Deshaun, I'm all for what you said. I don't care who like me and who don't. You gonna come watch this game anyway. You ain't about to stop watching Browns games. You gonna come to the stadium. You can say whatever you want at the Muni Lot or whatever.
That's right.
I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm number 4. I'm nice. I've been nice. I'm gonna wear my jewelry. I'm gonna go to any country I want to, including Saudi Arabia, and hang out if I choose to. That's part of the game. I got my Bentley.
That was pretty stupid.
Hey, but I'm just saying. It's a free. It's the free world.
It was pretty dumb.
Hey, listen. We can't talk about politics.
That's not. I mean,
Why? There's a political reason why you can't go to Saudi Arabia, right?
I mean,
Yes, indeed. There you go, McNuggets.
I mean,
By the way,
I'm staying out of that.
drive your
I
Bentley.
talk politics all the time. People get mad at me.
Drive your Bentley. Put stuff on Instagram. Live your life, bro. Because at the end of the day, these people that's gonna flip flop back and forth. When that 5 racks come and you get them 5 racks. Keep the receipts too. I don't want to hear no but crying.
But people are going to keep the receipts on him if he
I
doesn't
got
back
it.
it up.
Hey, I got
if
you.
he doesn't back it up.
I don't want to hear no crying in the press conference. Deshaun shouldn't be telling fans, remember the time when you said I was garbage. Keep them receipts. If that's going to get you to throw for 4, throw
That's
for
fair.
4. And then drive off on your Bentley with your beautiful girlfriend and live your life as a rich black man. There we go.